So this is probably going to be the first video that I make. I think there it is. I am not a World of Warcraft expert, but this is going to be my opinion on World of Warcraft. Both the classic and retail versions of the game. And it's from a perspective of someone who's just deciding to try it out. I played retail before, but I only got to level 70, and currently the max level is 120. We're in the Battle for Azeroth expansions. And I'm making this video because I just want to hear how I feel and put it on my channel in case I ever look back on these videos, because I used to play a lot of MMOs like RuneScape and MapleStory, and I never once captured footage of those times, and I regret it. I would really like to go back and look at, what I was doing and how I felt about what I was doing, like PKing or killing high level trash or whatever. So for the discussion between the two types of games, Classic is definitely a lot more difficult. If I go and fight this guy right here, I'll probably end up half health. If I try to take both of these guys on and they're around my level, I might die. I wouldn't probably, but I would be near death for sure. If I try to 1v3, almost certainly I'm dead. Whereas in retail, you can kind of group up a lot of mobs and do your AoE moves and you'll be good to go. For dungeoning, I need to type /LFG or /4 to get into the LFG group, and type LFG looking for group, right? For my dungeon, which is Stockades, which is the level that's the dungeon for my level tier right now. And then I hit enter, and people would invite, I'd have to keep doing it until someone notices and invites me to a party, right? And as a DPS, it can take some time. On retail, you just go into the menus, hit Dungeon Finder, and join the queue. And then when the dungeon pops, you get teleported to the dungeon. In Classic, when the dungeon pops, you need to go over there, or rather, there's no popping. When your party's filled with 5 people who are ready to do the dungeon, you gotta leg it manually to the dungeon entrance. So these things can seem really meticulous, but overall, I really enjoy it because the game is more hardcore. Old school RuneScape gave off that vibe, where you had to fend for yourself, and you had to level your skills up yourself, and you would die a lot, and you would drop your items on death. RuneScape was actually pretty hardcore like that. But because of these hardcore aspects, getting drops, getting new gear, leveling up felt that much more rewarding. You could really feel the strength in increasing in your character. And so if I go back to the first area I was in, which is over here, and fought these mobs, I'd probably one-shot them. In retail, the mobs scale to you to a certain degree. In the first zone, they scale 1 to 60. So even if I'm level 50 in this zone, all the mobs will be level 50. Which means I can't really tell how strong I've gotten. And even so, even if they're scaled to your level, they're still not that difficult to kill. These mobs are difficult to kill, and they don't scale. So you can really feel the power increase. So when I got this item, this is one of the best maces, or two-handed items, sorry, in the early game. When I got this, I was really excited, and I hadn't felt that kind of thing in a while. And that's kind of the reward factor that I'm talking about. I haven't gotten to the end game in retail, so obviously my perspective is a big bias. It's a big bias. If you're a World of Warcraft player, I can't see you wanting to go through Classic again because it would be a slog, right? And it's the same thing for me playing old school RuneScape again. Unless I'm a really big RuneScape fan. It would be a slog. It would be a grind. It would be difficult. So I'm not trying to say Classic's a better game. But from the title of the video, as a new player, what do I think between World of Warcraft Classic and World of Warcraft Retail? I think World of Warcraft Retail is too fast-paced for me. It's kind of like Call of Duty almost. And World of Warcraft Classic is more slow-paced, more hardcore, and consequently more rewarding. So it's the game that I've currently got my sights on. And I'm having a lot of fun just for myself if I ever look at this video. This is kind of where I'm at. I've gone through all of Stormwind, all of Westfall. I've done Dead Mines. I've done Stockades. I'm in Lakeshire now. And I've got most of the map unlocked. But I've still got a few quests left to go, and I'm 26. You know, I've got some. Oops, I've got some blues on, but some greens too. Couple blues, mostly greens. And that's where I am at this time. If I upload other videos, hopefully it will be of me actually progressing in some way somehow. But for now, World of Warcraft Classic is the game that I'm really enthralled with, and I'll probably be playing it for some time. If I change, I will update. Peace.